Hey everyone, so right off the bat, I just want to say thank y'all for all the support you've given us with our Raccoon Rehab Center. We were blown away with all the support you've shown. And we've actually started looking for land. We looked at a couple properties. The issue we're running into now is finding a piece of land that's adequate for releasing raccoons. Like we need something big enough away from people, like cars, main roads, things like that. And has water on the property so it can be, self-sustaining and they don't have to wander off somewhere else to look for water. But with that being said, it's kind of bumping us up into a new category of our price range, I should say. And so I think we'll still be doable. However, it might take us a little bit longer. So I just want to say thanks again to all the people who have supported. So in our last couple of videos, we showed you this little raccoon. And we said whoever can come up with the best name for her will win a t-shirt. However, when we did that video, we kind of already had names picked out. We said like Piper, Cheddar, and things like that. So we had those names picked out a little bit too long before we released the video. And so we kind of grew attached to one name in particular. So everyone, meet Piper. Because we made it a competition, we kind of feel bad about that. So what we're gonna do is pick out a name. If we didn't go with Piper, this is the name we would have been. So what we did is, if we didn't come up with the name Piper, which name would we have chosen next? And so we went through all your comments and we came across some that we really liked, and the one that wins is Maple. So we're gonna leave the person we saw write that first down below, and what you need to do is message us either on Instagram or send us an email at titotheraccoon@gmail.com, and make sure it's spelled with 2 C's and 2 O's. But yeah, make sure you send proof with it because we'll be checking for that. So we've had Piper close to a month now, and it's already been quite a different experience between Tito and Cheeto with her, just because we wanted to integrate her to the house like you would integrate a cat. So essentially, we want to be able to leave her at home when we leave the house without having to put her in an enclosure. And we didn't have that luxury with Tito and Cheeto because we didn't own the house that we were living in. So anytime we had to leave the house or go to sleep at night, we put Tito and Cheeto up in their enclosures. Just because if they did destroy something, it would be destroying somebody else's property and not ours. So even though there's a lot more risk with leaving them out permanently, is just because they can chew through so much. I don't know if you recall to one of my old videos, Tito actually got out of his cage one time and he liked to help himself to some water, and so what he would do is climb up to the sink, turn on the water, and help himself to a fresh drink of water. And so one day when he escaped his enclosure, hey buddy, he actually went and did that, except he clogged the sink. I don't know what he did, but he shoved something down in there, and so he never turns off the water, and it just kept overflowing, and it seeped through the floors. It ruined a whole bunch of drywall, and it was just a huge mess. So that's kind of like one of the main risks that are associated with leaving them out. However, our thought process would be, if we can train her from a young age for things she can and can't do, when she grows up, she'll know what she's allowed to do and what not. However, I mean, it's not like a foolproof plan, because as they grow up, their personalities change, their need for independence increases, and they just don't listen as well as they used to. So her butt's like right in my ear. So as I mentioned earlier, like, we've had Piper about a month, and we've left her out many times as we go, leave the house, and we keep her out when we sleep. So the only real problem we've had with Piper is that she liked to go in our cabinets, and she'd crawl into it with all the pots and pans, step in them, make them all dirty, and then knock them all onto the floor. And another time we actually caught her, hey guys, chill. We actually caught her in a Cheez-It box as we pulled up, sticking out, just eating a whole bunch of Cheez-Its. And yeah, what we ended up doing is getting like baby gate clips or whatever, to kind of keep them locked, and that and that pretty much solved our problem with that. Once we locked them, she tried for a couple times to open them, but once she realized she couldn't, she kind of stopped that behavior. So we still use the baby gates, and they work really well. So besides that, like, we haven't really had any problems with it. And when we leave her out when we sleep, what she does is she'll climb up to the back of our pillows, sleep on top of our pillows, and she'll literally sleep the whole night with us. She doesn't get up around 3 in the morning like I thought she would, and she pretty much just sleeps the whole time. So as far as that regard, I don't know if that will change as she gets older. Hey guys. So like, if she gets older, the more she'll want to be up around that time. We're not sure. But as far as now, she's been doing a really good job of, sleeping all the way through the night. And it's actually kind of funny. We'll know when she's ready for bed if she starts acting really spastic and becoming a real big brat, and she'll start biting us and attacking us, and then like, oh, Piper needs a nap, and then 10 minutes later she'll be sleeping, and it's like almost impossible to wake her up. You can like play with her feet and mess her around a little bit, and she'll just be knocked out cold. So it's kind of funny in that regards, but yeah. As far as relating to Tito and Cheeto, she seems a bit nippier than them. They all like to play bite and stuff, but she seems especially like bitey. But we've been working on that. She's a little bit stubborn, but so far like her training is going pretty well. We started training her with tricks. She hasn't learned anything yet, but she's kind of getting sit pretty well. But anyways, as far as like gender goes, it's too early to tell the difference between like a female raccoon and a male raccoon for us. If you guys have experience dealing with both genders of raccoons, let us know how you thought they varied. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Be sure to visit the link in the description to support our GoFundMe, as well as pick up some Tito and Cheeto merch. We don't have Piper merch yet, but we will shortly. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and until next time.